Hi and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 things you need to know if you're going to go to graduate school. Now I also have a special guest here with me today who's going to give a different spin to it because she went to medical school. She is a pediatrician and she's finishing up her fellowship in pediatric emergency medicine. And her name just happens to be Dr. Stephanie Moses. And so here's my special guest. She is my sister, the baby of the family, treats babies. So here is our list of 5 things you need to know about graduate school or
medical school.
So the first thing for graduate school is really to figure out what your gifts are. What do you want to do? What do you love doing? Because you want to love your job. In addition, what is going to provide you the lifestyle you want to after school. So you want to think about the lifestyle. Also, if you pay for graduate school, think about it as an investment. Are you going to be able to pay for if you're going to take out loans, make sure that your income is going to pay for these loans. So love what you do, know what your gifts are, and also look at what kind of lifestyle you want to have.
I think number 1 would also go into the same category as what my sister just said, is really knowing what you want to get out of life, to know that what being a doctor really entails and how that's going to fit into the picture that you have for your life and your future.
Number 2 for graduate school is to talk to other professionals. See if maybe they can be your mentor, or you can follow them or shadow them just to see what a day in the life of, whether it's an engineer to a public health professional to a biologist, see what their daily life looks like and ask questions. Another thing that you probably should do is also go on sites like LinkedIn that have job postings. See what kind of jobs are out there and see what kind of training you need to get that job if there is a job out there that excites you.
I'd say number 2 would be to do good research on the schools that you are applying to. See what the school is about, see what their motto is and what their themes are, and if those themes are the same that you have for your life. Look into what their minimum GPA is and their minimum MCAT score and what really their applicants look like so that you can see if you would be a good fit.
Now my number 3 is look at the curriculum of the program that you are thinking of taking. So if you're going to narrow down now your school and narrow down the program, look at what are the classes that you have to take, and are there similar classes being taught in your undergraduate program? Because to get a head start on some of these programs and get an introduction to them makes them sometimes less scary when you actually see them in your graduate program.
My number 3 would be looking at the actual application itself. There are 5 components of the application that are really important that all schools look at. The first one being your GPA, so knowing exactly what GPA you have, what GPA the schools are looking for, and particularly what your science GPAs are. The next one is obviously the MCAT score, which there's a lot of stress that is involved. Do good preparatory work for that, whether that is taking a class yourself, getting books, talking to friends, seeing what they did, doing a ton of questions, and being prepared for that test as best you can. Number 3 is your extracurricular activities, seeing what would make you a well-rounded applicant, shadowing people, sports-related activities, community service. All of these things are great things to have on your application. Your personal statement is the 4th component of your application that is very important. Make sure that you put your heart and soul into that. Tell the schools what exactly you would add to the school and what exactly you would add to the medical profession. In addition, have as many people as you can read it for clerical grammar edits, and also just to make sure that the flow is well. More people that you have read it, the better the outcome will be. The last thing are your letters of recommendation. Make sure that the letters of recommendation you have are from people that know you well and that are people that are connected to the medical community.
And I will piggyback on that because for graduate school you will have to write another personal statement and have all of this, a very similar process. So you want to make sure you put much thought into every step of that process. And also my number 4 is to make friends with your professors. Really try to impress them because they're the ones who are going to really be writing your recommendations. And when they know you as a person, they are rooting for you, and whatever connections they have, they will really go to bat for you when they know that you are serious about your future career.
So my number 4 on my list would be your interview. Preparing for interviews are very, very important. Try to have mock interviews with friends or colleagues or even professors, and buy books that come up with interesting interview questions and answers. Never leave the interview when they ask you if you have any further questions. Never leave with saying no. Always have another question that you can ask to show them your interest in the school, and do your research for that particular school before your interview so you can have interesting questions to ask that let your interviewer know that you are interested in this school that you are applying to.
And my number 5 is to take your graduate entrance exam seriously. So your GRE or whatever graduate entrance exam that you have to take it seriously. And what I would suggest you do is actually buy the learning or the prep books early, so you can see the different categories and the types of questions, and actually start as early as you can getting used to those questions. Because I will tell you, it is a nightmare to really try to be cramming for these kinds of tests a week, 2 weeks, even a month before that exam. So pace yourself, write a schedule for yourself, and buy them early. Even if you are in your sophomore or junior year of college, take a look at these books because they will be extremely helpful.
And the last one on my list, my number 5, would be to be assertive. So when you go to your interview, send thank you cards, make phone calls, go in person if you're a local to show them your interest in this school. If you do get a rejection letter, call and ask them what could you do next year to make your application stronger. Never let a closed door mean that's closed to your destiny. So fight forward, be assertive, and make your goals become reality.
And that's actually a great closing. No matter what you choose to do, make sure that you understand that you are worth this effort, that you can do whatever you set your mind to, and your dreams can become a reality. Even if you are maybe not getting the best grades right now, talk to your professors, talk to your advisor, because there is no dream out of your reach. And don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it, because you can. And that is our list of 5 things you need to know about getting into graduate school and
medical school.
Thank you for joining me, and if you'd like, please stay around to check out my other videos. Thank you for joining us.